Orioles' new ownership, John P. Angelos, we have talked about him before, about how he's a cream. He has sold the Baltimore Orioles franchise to a Baltimore native and investor, David Rubenstein, for a whopping $1.725 billion. Now, Angelos was very reluctant to spend money and even joked about how he was never going to extend or give money to Adley Gunner and all their young stars, Jackson Holliday and so on, just because he believed it was a business and about making money. So it's nice to see a change in the front office with a team that's willing to spend money, it looks like. Rubenstein, on his first day, 24 hours, goes out and trades one of his top prospects for one of the best pitchers in baseball.
I tipped this move so much. First of all, John P. Angelos was a trash bag of the week. There was a point where you would get on Wikipedia, because you can user edit it, and his middle name was Pussy. So Wikipedia had to take that down. Other than Dan Snyder selling the skins, this is the best move in that area in God knows how long. So
yeah, it's for those fans, man. That's got to be crazy. Both of Commanders and Orioles all within a month. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and those are two shit owners. Like there's not a good bone in their body. The Orioles come in, dude makes a splash. Oh my God, dude, that threw me for a loop. But I will tell you,
so unexpected.
Very unexpected. But if you look at their roster, is exactly what they needed.
100%.
So
yeah,
are they clear cut AL East? For sure. Are they clear cut to come out of the AL?
Yeah, I was going to say sure. AL. Yep.
And honestly, the only, on paper, preseason, the only team that matches up is the Dodgers.
I think those are definitely
or the Braves.
Braves, yeah, I could see either of them. But from the AL, yeah, right now, absolutely the betting favorite, and the clear cut favorite in my opinion as well. Just to see it like a true rebuild happen, and then not only the rebuild, but people have been talking about how bad of an owner Angelos is for decades. So truly, that is a momentum changing thing in the entire organization. Shout out to that fan base, man. Being able to experience that is unbelievable. Good for them.
Yeah, that's a home run. No pun intended. That's a home run move too.
Right. You're trading for arguably top 5 pitcher in baseball right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know some people are going to be in the comments being like, "Oh, you're underestimating, the Yankees, and then the Rays are always going to be there because they find a way." Look, the Orioles have stayed the same. Nothing has changed. They just got better, and they already won the AL East. The Yankees have done nothing except get Juan Soto. I still don't think that was the answer because their pitching is horrible.
Hold on. They got Verdugo
I saw what I needed to see with them last year too with the O's.
I do think
Orioles killed them though, man. I don't know. The
I
pitching's
understand.
still not there.
I get it, but the Yankees did get better from last year. The question is the only question is are they better than the Orioles? The answer is no. And either of the Rays, because McClanahan's done, Wander's done, and I think it's the Birds' year. It's the Birds' year in the AL.
And just to put their little rotation in perspective, I still think the Orioles do probably go out and get help towards the trade deadline because they still need it for their starting rotation. But now they have Corbin Burnes at the front, Kyle Bradish, who had an excellent second half. I think his ERA was below 3. He was dealing. And then you have Grayson Rodriguez, who was their top prospect that made his debut. And towards the end of the season, he was playing a lot better than he did. So, I mean, you have top 3 guys right there. And then you have John Means, who was recovering from TJ last year. That's always tough to come back from. So now that he's going to be a year later, maybe he gets back to the John Means that he was, where he was their ace at one time for their club. Yeah. That's a good 4 spot to have.
And last thing I'll say about it too is they were able to do that trade. Yeah, they gave up prospects, but they're still able to keep all their top prospects. They still have the number 1 prospect pool in baseball while getting an ace. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I'm trading prospects any day of the week.
I wouldn't trade Jackson Holliday.
I mean, he's close to top prospect in baseball right now, isn't he?
I mean, he's number 1, but when I saw him when he was in Double-A and he was just hitting 380, that guy, he's legit. You know what I mean?
I get it, but I'm saying if some crazy scenario came up where you had to trade him for Lindor or Seager, I'm doing it if I'm chasing a title right now.
Yeah.
That's really hedging, the future for the present right there.
So, I mean, I guess to wrap that up, though, the Orioles did get their guy in Corbin Burnes. Just to be clear, though, they did give up their big prospect. It was Joey Ortiz, who's an infielder. The one thing that I do think is interesting about this is that they give up their big prospect, Joey Ortiz, and they acquire Corbin Burnes, but they know he's going to be a free agent next year. So they're right now all in to win this season because they wouldn't have made that move, which I think is really interesting because people still consider them young. But
I feel
they're
like
all
they
in.
go after him too, knowing that they're going to have a shot to sign him. Like they feel confident enough, like, hey, we're going to have another successful year. Who knows? Maybe win a title, win another AL East pennant, or an AL East championship, and kind of keep him rolling there for another couple of years.
I think you nail it on the head. You don't trade for a guy like that unless you think you have a shot. Two is that's why the asking price wasn't extremely large. It was large, but it wasn't like 4 or 5 prospects and an MLB ready guy now. So I think that's why they did it. The crazy thing about the Orioles situation is if their new ownership decides to start spending money, holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Run.
Dude, I'm telling you, run.
Yeah.
And anyone that's ever been to Camden Yards will tell you it is a top 5 ballpark.
Yeah.
It is great ballpark. Yep.
So
amazing.
And dude, in October that place is pretty lit.
Yeah. Baltimore fans are legit. They are. They come out of hiding.
I think it's always tough in the moment to deal with a loss, especially that they already had a huge breakout year and, they lost in the first round. It's almost, I feel like, good that they lost in the first round. Like, get those dudes even hungrier. They're already young. They got a little taste of it. And now it's like, you want the next step? Work harder and break through it. Like, this could be the breakout year for those in all of baseball.
They have the chance to be like an actual dynasty. Like, we talk about the Dodgers all the time, but their dynasty is being bought right now. Like, they have the chance to be a dynasty that's grown.
Yes,
exactly.
Grown. Like a Yankees, like a late 90s Yankees thing right now.
Yes,
they have a chance.
The organic growth dynasties are so much cooler.
Well, and I feel like the Braves are kind of in that situation right now too. Like, they added Matt Olson, added a couple other pieces.
Yeah,
but
they lost Freeman for it though. But
true.
they lost.
True.
Yeah, so like Freeman was homegrown.
Right.
So I just. It's interesting because we no longer talk about, this guy was an NL pitcher. Is he going to go over to the AL? Is he going to put up similar numbers because of the no DH and all that stuff? Now it's kind of like what you're getting with the guy.
Exactly. Great point.
So they're getting a clear-cut ace.
Yeah. The last thing that I just want to say, we were talking about run. I think this is like really like kind of like, and maybe you could blow this out of proportion a little bit, but it's still worth mentioning. The only time that Corbin Burnes has ever faced the New York Yankees was last year. Do you recall what he did?
Did he take a no-hitter in like the 8th?
He threw 8 innings of no-hit baseball.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And this was brought to the attention of Aaron Boone, the manager for the New York Yankees, and he said that the acquisition of Corbin Burnes for the Orioles, it could be a bit of a problem.
I love Boone, dude.
So they're a little concerned. It sounds like tad concerned.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Each day when I hear Boone talk, I'm starting to like him more and more. I really am. That dude doesn't sugarcoat shit.
So if you're a Yankee fan, I'd be a little nervous.